Hello, Twitch. Welcome in, everyone. How are we all doing today? Sorry I started a little bit late. Had to get things set up. And wow, we're still way too loud. Did that fix anything? I don't think so. Why is that doing that? And I'm still overdriven. And I'm getting feedback. Lovely. And welcome in, everyone. Got Stream Reader started. We've got music that I'm trying to fix. I've got my own audio that I'm trying to fix. I don't know what is conflicting here. Interesting. Wonder if I do this. Turn that on. I'll use that microphone to drive. Sorry, folks. Let me try and fix this real quick here. I'm not very happy with the way I think my audio is working at this very moment, because it's just, let's try that. Hey, Hazel. That might have actually improved things a little bit there. That's right, that's right. Let's try that. It's still sounding on the edge of, yeah, I'm still peaking. There's no way I should be driving this that hard. So I'm turning my voice volume down there because, yeah, I shouldn't be. I'm maxing out this microphone, or I'm very often in the red, just talking normally. Let's go back and listen to some music here. Hmm. That's better. Get rid of that. And then it lets it back in. Yeah, we're gonna have to up that even more. Okay. Let's make some coffee. So our last day of Fair Foods, even though it's really only 3 days of Fair Foods, gonna be doing corn dogs and gonna be doing funnel cakes tonight. Maybe some orange cream soda. That was a lot of coffee, wasn't it? I think I double ground coffee into that. I think this is gonna be strong batch coffee. I've been doing pretty good most of the day, but I just got absolutely destroyed just before stream and needed to take an extra couple minutes in order to get ready. I let her know in Discord. I know I'm not really doing much on Twitter these days, so I didn't post anything there. Yep, that's going to be one strong cup of coffee. So yeah, I got wiped out mid-afternoon. I don't know if it was caffeine or sugar boom and bust or what, but I was just out of it. And yeah, I'm still maxing out this mic. Rainy and icky. We don't want rainy and icky. Nope, that's not what I want. Like, even that. I just maxed out that saying even that. Oh well. Let's not stress over it. I didn't have the time to deal with my extra mic. I'm not going to spend all stream trying to figure out this one. I got my expensive microphone for my comparison test, which, frankly, the expensive one is looking like the cheaper mic, but we'll see. It's actually packaged cheaper, and that's awesome, Bun Buns. I appreciate that. But yeah, I could just hear it last night, and I can see it here on the screen that I'm looking at it. Something that changed with tying that web browser in yesterday, or Wednesday. I don't know, it just like somehow multiplied the volume on my mic or something, but it's getting way too high, way too easily. And it is maxing out, which is not desired. Yeah, I think they look sort of cool. Cheers, folks. Happy Friday to y'all. Ah. All right. I was starting with cleaning out a pot and pan that I had sitting over here. I was doing that when the timer ran out on me. So I'm going to finish cleaning this out here. Yeah, this coffee's sort of in the way now, though, but... the plan here is that I need said pan for frying tonight. Oh yeah, I do some dishwashing my own. Actually, we can just... we'll leave it there. Trying to figure out everything for tonight before I get too far into things. Like, we need to figure out that if our sticks are actually going to fit in the pan, which they aren't. Which means we have to cut some sticks. I'll be right back. So let's figure out how long we want these sticks to be. Let's start by seeing what's my max length. All right, so we got that. That leaves us with quite a bit of space there. I'm thinking more like that. That's only going to be partially in there anyways. Yeah, let's do something like that. Hey, camera, over here. Over here, camera. Over here. Yeah. It's a cat. Dad's girlfriend's cat. Grumpy cat. Grumpy or shy? Grumpy's actually one that I think sort of weird for a cat to be. Like, I can think of a cat being distrusting. Um, I'm going to go ahead and get these started soaking, actually, so that we don't have to worry about them giving us too many problems. Actually, no, soaking is a bad plan. We're putting these in fryer oil. If I was putting these on a grill, I would be soaking these. That's why I'm thinking of that. So I guess we're really just making up a couple batches of batter and frying them tonight. Could be a quickie stream here. Let's start by getting our corn dog batter together, because I think that's going to take our longest time. He says hoping he still has cornmeal good for this. Oh, I lost my pages when I did that. There we go. Now I have to scroll through the blog story just to get the ratio. Corn dogs are good stuff. It's been a minute since it's certainly been a minute since I've made them. But I had them as an ingredient challenge about 6 months ago? 6 months, a year ago? Make good ice cream. Let's do our war. Let's go to battle. Let's kill the boss. Uh-oh. Chef versus them all. My tank have it in him. Oh, come on. Boo. You heard me correct, Hazel. Or Bun Buns. Sorry. I'm going to repeat the same process again here. Put my tank over here right close to the crystal. And I'm going to block everyone off in front of me. And underneath me. That way, majority of us will get that loveliness. Along with... yeah. We'll give this a second shot here. Let's take a second and look what else we got going on here. While we're still in Stream Readers. Got a couple of quests. It's weird. I still lean into the mic. Like, I can just be here doing my thing now that I got a lav mic, but I'd find myself trying to go back to the microphone. And we'll leave the rust cache for later. back to cooking. Well, I haven't even really started cooking, so we're not going back to cooking. But we're going back to starting to cook. I don't know, is mixing a batter cooking? There's no heat involved. Yeah, I need to stop procrastinating about this. I'm going to refill this. And this definitely needs to be rinsed out, because even though I'm using it for flour, it has been a filling or two since I've properly cleaned it. Ew. I've had this container for quite a while. Sitting here feeling the plastic, and you know how plastic sort of feels like it's old? This is starting to feel that way. It's sort of almost more brittle style of older plastic. How come no one guessed that? First word that came to my mind. Alright, we need some AP flour. Fine, we'll open you from this side. That's for sure. I could use a proper dishwasher. I could even use a mechanical dishwasher. Um, I moved into this house knowing it didn't have a dishwasher and figuring it was good activity for me to be doing anyways. Doing it for over a decade now, yeah, I could live without that again. We'll start with an egg here. touch. Just a touch. And this isn't traditional for a corn dog. I'm sort of substituting some dairy. We're going to do some sour cream in here, because I have it to use. You want to make sure you have the finer cornmeal for this. Almost flour-like. There has to be something else thinning this out. What? Huh. I'm going to add a bit more dairy and a bit of milk. Or a bit more water. A bit more half and half. There we go. It's like, I didn't even put all the flour in there. How can it be that thin? Or that thick already? Because I didn't want to add all the flour in case it was too thick. Alright, now we're going to add some more leaveners in there. I see baking soda and powder, or just baking powder? Just baking powder. Sugar. Really am curious to see what the difference is between these mics. They're both cardioid. Cardioid? Don't know the proper pronunciation of that word. But the type of microphone. And it's because the size, they have to be basically that type of a microphone to be that small. But that also means they tend to pick up a lot more area noise around them, which is not what we want at the same time. And so this one that I'm trying is supposed to be a bit better at having a directional mic. But you never know. You never know. And so that's basically our batter for our hot dogs. You can add some honey in there if you like. You can add some other things in there if you like. I'm going to be pouring this into a drinking glass. So it's nice for dunking our hot dogs into. Help us get rid of any air bubbles or anything along that line. We can go ahead and stab these hot dogs, and I'm almost tempted to get them coated in a little flour to just begin with. Okay, we got that mix and resting. We got these ready and resting. Let's go ahead and make our funnel cake batter. Allow both the batters to rest. Batters do a lot better when you give them time to hang out, relax. Many of them base themselves off of the fact that the flour needs to be both rested and hydrated. So you want to give it some time to rest, relax, and soak up all of its neighbors. So we're already given that some time to do that with this. We're also going to do that with our funnel cake batter. Funnel cake batter is not going to be too different from pancake batter. Funnel cake is a little like a pancake, to be honest. It's essentially pancake batter or a similar, let's see what the ratio is, how close it is. Yeah, it's pretty much pancake batter that is put into a funnel or I'm going to put it in a pastry bag and then is drizzled into hot oil to make it into like a spiral cake. It's never really done in a like perfect spiral, but just a messy line cake that's fried, sort of a cross between a pancake and a donut. And then they're coated with they're served hot with cinnamon sugar and powdered sugar, and some people coat them with things like caramel or chocolate, or a lot of times they'll come with like a custard they'll be served with it. They do it all sorts of different ways, but the actual funnel cake is the sort of like churros too, but much more I mean, churros are like a single line piped out nicely and much thicker of a dough. This is going to be thinner one. I wish I could, Nan Reader. I didn't have any cream. I don't have enough dairy to do some fresh whipped cream tonight. But whipped cream is definitely a big one with that. I was thinking cinnamon and sugar. Do I want to do anything up for with? I'm going to make myself a batch of special sauce for dipping our hot dogs in. Except it won't be proper special sauce. Anyone hoping to get the... Like last time, we're going to change it up a little bit because I've got jalapenos, so I think I'm going to put some pickled jalapenos in there. You want the secret recipe to special sauce in your burgers? Thousand Island. It's just generally a little bit... Well, it's generally house mixed, but it's generally Thousand Island, but just a little bit thicker. With some mayo in it. Something along that line. Since I'm going to tie this up again for a little bit longer, or close this up for a bit longer, I don't know what happened to my lids. They may be in my trailer. It's been a minute since I've been in there to look for things. But I swear I bought lids with these 3 large container Cambros I have. And I can only find one of them. Isn't that always the case with Cambros? You can never find the lids. Make a plastic wrap rope here. Oh, I straight up stole this out of working in kitchens. This ain't... No idea where I picked this up, but I've seen it so many other places. There we go. Nice tight top to that now. We'll at least leave this down here till after stream. Last 3 minutes, get units on the battlefield. We want to win this one. Okay. Wow, this is actually a sort of small... I was expecting to have to cut this recipe down a couple of times, but this is a almost reasonable sized recipe. I don't remember any of this in here, so we're going to add a little of that in there. A little salt in our batter for our hot dogs. A little salt in there with our batter for our funnel cake. Not that small thing. Touch of vanilla extract. That was sort of cool to watch. little bit of sugar too. Turn the heat on the oil on. Units. We got all sorts of help. Let's see, what are we doing here? Whooped him. No problem. Kesma getting the kills. Hazeltari helping out with the assists. Hazeltari and Kesma getting those scrolls. Congrats to you. Boss defeated. Alright, do we go for the green, the blue, or the gold? Turning the fan on there, so I apologize. Go for the green chest? Alright, we can do that. I think you know how I'm going to do this one. Every time with this map. We want them coming through all this. We don't want to have to go through that. Them. We want them coming to us, not the other way around. Especially when there's not many units out there. Wow. We got Versus back, and there's apparently there's like dungeons or something available now, too. Alright, back to mixing ourselves some funnel cake. Alright, we got our dairy, we got our egg, we got our water, we got our vanilla, we got our sugar. We need our baking powder in there still. We need... And that's it, other than flour. Okay, so let's do flour and then baking powder. Blech. Words. My feet squeaking on. I just swapped this floor. This might be almost perfect for what I want to do. I was so expecting this recipe to be such a large batch that, you know, like 20 cakes. 20 funnel cakes or something like that. This is still going to be a couple more than I need, but not much. So, very much like a pancake batter. Thick, runs, but it's still, yeah, it's semi-thick, semi-thin. We'll let that hang out. See how our oil temp's looking here. All right, 150-ish. That means we got time to make everything sauce. I'm gonna start with some pickled jalapenos and some pickles. That's how I was feeling right before stream. I was like, I can either be a mope all night on stream, or I can sit down and rest for 15 minutes, delay the stream, and actually be awake. And so that's what I did. Yeah, I've been doing better lately, but still the statement remains. I've just been so tired for the last year and a half. And it just feels like the last year and a half. Just blech. There you go, special sauce with some pickled jalapeno. Oh. Need my touch to this. The Worcestershire sauce. Little MSG. And because it's there. It's a little thinner than I wanted still. Let's throw the rest of that cornmeal in there. There's a little bit more in the bag I was just tossing. Still thin. I mean, it was way too thick before, but there we go. Might have to stay on those dogs. Make sure our oil isn't getting too hot on us back here. Ooh. Almost 300-ish. I think this is the last one of these glasses I have left. I had 6 of these when I first moved out of my parents' house. I still like them. Same thing about those blue cups. Everyone I know raves about those blue cups that I have that I use for water. Just simple plastic blue cups. I just can't find them for sale anywhere. I had 6 of those, and now I'm down to 1 or 2 of those, too. I know several of those split on me, though. Like, plastic got old and brittle, sort of a thing. Not quite ready for that. Not quite ready for that. I know I've broken at least 1 or 2 of those glass ones, too. The idea that I've broken 4 of them, I have no idea where else I could potentially be using them. A number of things have just sort of disappeared over the years that way, too. Like, my blue bowls, my prep bowls. Like, I've got 3 of them here in the closet. I had like 20 of these. I know I'm using 1 or 2 in other places, but I ain't using like 10 of them. The blue glasses, just nice for holding. That shape is just got that perfect curve to it that your hand fits nicely. These ones, these were just tall boys from IKEA back in the day. I mean, there's nothing really special about them. I just like the proper straight sides to them. Like, I've done hardcore Google searches off of the name on this, and it's a company that does a whole wide variety of plastic, like summer outside stuff. Like, and none of it's like stuff they're probably repeating. I don't know how they're working as a business, but like everything they got is just like disposable plastic outdoor stuff. I would not be shocked, Nan Reader. I've got a whole bunch of ice holders, and I know they don't really sell those anymore, but I see them in my local Safeway now for like $4 or $5. When I got tons of those for like $1 from IKEA. I went on a like shopping spree with IKEA when I was in college. Just about everything IKEA at one point was IKEA. Let's see. Oil's probably getting too hot now that I've been sitting here chatting. We'll let the oil sit. It'll hold its temp nicely for a while. What else did I have to do for dinner tonight? Ooh, orange cream. Ooh. Hazel. Okay. So for our orange cream, I am definitely going more cocktail than fair food. But the idea of orange cream is most certainly a fair food drink. You think OJ? Campari. Or wait a minute, do I want to do Campari? Or do I want to do Grand Marnier? Let's do Grand Marnier. So close. Like, ready to pour, make the switch. If you're unfamiliar, great stuff. It's got sort of a burnt orange flavor to it. Mm-mm. Now, if I had some vanilla vodka, that's what I'd be going for right now. But I don't. And so instead, I'm going to use... I thought that was vodka I was grabbing. It was Bacardi. But we'll do a little vodka. A little non-Russian vodka. I'm going to put a drop of vanilla extract in there. That was 2 drops, but... And a couple drops of orange bitters since I have them. Oops. Slammed that a little too loud. I'm just going to call it an orange cream. Ooh. If you had an orange, you could put an orange slice with that. But I think that just looks lovely just by itself. Cheers, folks. Why am I making a simple recipe so difficult? Which recipe are we talking about, Rick? Welcome in. You mean by adding booze? I mean, I didn't make it that intricate. I just substituted the dairy that I have in the house for milk or cream. Bitters? Oh, I said it's because I have them. I don't actually have any other bitters, and actually I just grabbed them because they are orange bitters. That's nice. It's refreshing and warming at the same time. I'm liking the Grand Marnier in that. That little bitterness to it, along with the bitters. It's not so much of a kiddie drink. It is tasty, though. All right, how's our oil doing? Turn that back on. See how much that dropped. Oh, we're still good. So we got our batter for our corn dogs here. Give that one last quick stir. I'm going to pour that into the glass there on screen. Do I want to keep this? Let's keep this just in case. Don't want it to overflow when put a hot dog in there, so we'll leave the rest as backup. Yeah, let's make this stream as boring as fucking possible. Why don't we, Rick? Just do the same shit every night? Be like half the other streamers and just do pizza and ominoniyaki every week? I like trying new shit, doing different things. And so, just trying to make sure that we got a light layer of flour on these. Hey Ozzy, welcome in.
Chefia 1 onk farmed Chefia 1 yum Chefia 1 hi.
Thank you for that resub, Ozzy. Let's do our battle. Yeah, let's see. We want to use haste or we'll go for the... Yeah, let's go with haste. We got lots of people. I think we got it. I think we got it. Victory. Now, Rec getting us some assists there. Lots of kills, too. 84 Sail. Now Rec and Hazel all helping us out there. Hazel and Helldragon getting the scrolls. Well, thanks for coming in and telling me I'm doing it all wrong, Rick. There we go. We'll see how we do here in 30 minutes. Let's see. I think we're good on everything else right now. We don't need to go back through that. Let's take a look at our oil. It's got to be getting nice and warm here. That it is. I love it when people do that shit. Like, come in here and, like, I can do it a lot better than you. Well, why don't you fucking do it? We'll get our pastry bag filled up here with our Thank you. I appreciate the support. Both of you are great people. I lowered the camera perspective when I changed cameras. It's a little bit in the way when it comes to pouring, though. Okay. So that's ready, that's ready. Let's grab another sip of our beverage. Alright, we're getting a bit warm here, so we're going to have to start with our first hot dog. So we're dipping in. Ooh, not quite there. You do want to make sure you're tapping out any bubbles. We'll just stay with those three for right now. Thank you for the support, everyone. I appreciate it, all of you. It just does not want to come out or turn. Refuses to cook on the side. The right side. I don't know that I have, Hazel. Are you calling them the Chicago dog of corn dogs? Is that what we got? Yeah, sort of like a Chicago dog. might be interesting. Like, I'm sure it gives you a whole bunch of different textures. The snap of, say, the veggies. I'm sort of thinking cucumber or things like that. And the sort of soft mushiness of tofu. And then you got the actual hot dog meat in there. It could be interesting. Like, I don't know that I would want it instead of a normal hot dog or corn dog and a lot of the time, but it might be interesting to something to try once or twice. Let's see how we do with these. The second one I'm actually going to be properly prepared for. The second one, we're going to get some cinnamon and sugar here ready. Yeah, that didn't work too well. Just that with cinnamon and sugar. I think I'm going to just layer them on top of each other. Oof. Little warm there. Turn the heat down. A few little bits that didn't get coated before. I'm going to give that one moment for that oil to cool down just a little bit. We can do this to cool you down a little bit here too. I think this one should be plated separately. It's lurking purty. Imagine that with a little Maybe some fresh strawberries, a little whipped cream. Absolutely, I have used this oil way too many times. You can certainly reuse oil. I have a set of funnels slash strainers that I use just for straining oil. You do want to strain it after every use, because anything you leave behind, it's going to just make it even worse, that much quicker. And you want to think about what you're using it for. Like, if you're doing a whole bunch of seafood in it, it's going to taste like seafood, and it's going to make the things you make afterward taste a bit like seafood. Or, like, if you go in and have french fries sometime, and they taste like they just fried the fish in the same thing, that's what's going on there. And same things for things like fried chicken. You put a ton of spices in there, you're going to have spices in there. But you can certainly reuse oil. It's not too bad if you're having fish and chips, but if you're out having a burger and fries and it tastes like fish, it's like, what? It's actually my main irritation these days with Slurpees. If anyone's a fan of Slurpees, I'm a fan of Coke Slurpees, like straight Pepsi, Coke Slurpees. And the problem with them is that 7-Eleven has some sort of cleaning agent they use for their machines that smells and tastes like pina colada. And so when you go and have a Slurpee in a machine that was just recently cleaned in a 7-Eleven, it tastes like you're drinking a pina colada instead of Pepsi or Coke. As far as I'm concerned, when I'm not trying to order a pina colada, there you have a funnel cake. Maybe with some custard cream on top if you're in a fair. Maybe with some strawberries on top. Little whipped cream if you got some. Oh yeah. Let's give that a shot. Before I even break into the corn dogs I got on the stove, we're breaking into this. Before I even take a photo of it, I'm breaking into it and ruining it. Sugary donut. / pancake. Yum, 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 yum. There's our other stack of them. Our stack of 3 here. There you go. A funnel cake cake. It's actually got some thickness to it. Mmm. Absolutely, Hazel. All right, let's give one of these a shot. Actually, Hazeltari, I'm actually tempted to try that again. Try that sometime. Try and make a funnel cake into an actual cake, sort of like they do crepe cakes. Do a whole bunch of funnel cakes and just weave them together with a little bit of sour cream, maybe. So I was thinking like maybe a sour cream / whipped cream filling. That could be tasty. Do a little strawberry drizzle. Yeah, that sounds like quite a cake there. Ooh, and 1 minute in our next battle. Perfect timing. Got photos of everything. We have anyone guiding the raid tonight? Thank you, Ozzy. Still need to figure out the mic a little bit. Oh, we still got our battle to do, Ozzy. Don't get anyone leaving yet. Let's go to war. USA term. Just a little fun fact to let you know. Since you have two of them on there, your flag bearers do not stack. I mean, if you want to put a ton of flag bearers out there because you got some quests, feel free. But I'm just letting you know that their benefits do not double team. Generally, whichever flag carrier and whichever healer is the highest level in the area is the top one of that area. Now, granted, if you got a split army, you got quests, have at it. Yeah, all the support stuff just doesn't stack in the same group. Like if you spread out into two groups, they'll carry it, but or if one of them dies. Or both of them die. We won it, though. Hazel Tari getting that reward. USA term getting the kills and assists. Thank you for your help. Appreciate you helping out. I didn't mean to harp on you using flag bearers. I appreciate that. Just trying to get everyone, min-max. Get the most out of it. Collect a couple of rewards here. Okay. Quests. Let's go into the store. We claimed all of our featured stuff. Let's get all those. I'm gonna keep claiming them as long as it lets me. Okay, and we'll start here tomorrow, going after that green chest. I say tomorrow, but Sunday. Coming back on Sunday. Gonna be trying to do a fancy dish here on Sunday. We had someone in here complaining I was too fancy. Wait till Sunday. We are going extreme with fancy on Sunday. We're going to be doing foie gras all next week. I bought that foie gras earlier this year. I've got some of it still frozen in my freezer. We're going to be doing that all next week. We're going to be starting off with a tuna and foie gras dish for Sunday from Bernardin, which, if you're not familiar with Le Bernardin, most likely the top seafood restaurant in the U.S., hands down sort of a thing. It is one of the New York restaurants to be seen at, sort of a thing. You should give them a check out. I'm going to be trying somewhat trying to replicate one of their, they don't have signature dishes under their own term, but this is one of the ones that they say they can't get off of the menu. So we're going to try that on Sunday. I hope you come by and join me for that. And then we're going to be continuing on with foie gras, obviously, the rest of the week. Going to be doing fried duck with waffles and foie gras. I mean, you want to talk about going overboard. Fried duck and foie gras. Yeah. I hope you come back for that. I'm going to go and enjoy all this before it gets too cold. Thank you all for joining me this evening. Do we have anyone we're going to send the raid to? I didn't see anyone there when I looked earlier. We don't have anyone suggesting tonight. Ooh, I do have someone. I'm going to send all of you lovely folks to go hang out with Kat's Kitchen. She is an Australian, often dairy and gluten-free chef, but they are very much an adult channel. I'll go ahead and warn you, they'll probably play a little pre-roll ahead of time, but they are very free speech with their language. So just to warn everyone ahead of time, great couple. I really love hanging out in their stream. I just don't get to do it very often because it's usually too late. They're a little bit earlier on Fridays today, so we'll raid them today. I hope you enjoy hanging out with them. I hope to see you back on Sunday for fancy food all next week. Thank you. I hope you all have a great night. Goodbye.